Aloha J-Marians! Welcome to Media Information Literacy. I am your teacher, Jethro L. Sagot, LPT. And for this video, we will be tackling about lessons 1 to 2, entitled The Language of Literacy and Its Many Meanings. Before we proceed to our very discussion, let us first identify the three objectives that I have prepared for you. That at the end of the lessons, you will be able to enumerate the various forms of literacy that are relevant to the building of a responsible and responsive and relevant citizenry. The second one would be define the various forms of literacy and cite their importance both to daily life and nation building. The third one is elaborate on the concept of critical literacy. Now, before we proceed to the very discussion of today's video, let us first play a game. And this game is called Arrange Me. I will be presenting you several scramble words and you will be given 5 seconds only to guess what word would that be. Are you ready? Good to hear that, J. Marians. Now, let's have the first word. Five, four, three, two, one. Did you guess it? Yes. The word is literacy. Yes, the word is literacy, which we will be tackling about later while. Okay. Next, we have about that. Can you guess that? Five, four, three, two, one. Did you guess it right? Hmm, probably because the word is fundamental. How many you get it right? Round of applause for yourself. Now, the third word is mm-hmm. Can you guess it? Mm-hmm. Time's up. The word is societies. Very good for those who did it right. And the other word is five, four, three, two, one. Very good for those who guessed it right. Functional. Okay. Other word is mm, five, four, three, two, one. Did you get it right? This is the fifth word. The word is digital. All right. And we have the next word. Five, four, three, two, one. Very good. For those who are able to guess it right, the word is information. Let's have the last word, okay, for today's game. Hmm. You guess it? Five, four, three, two, one. The word is technology. Congratulations, got the most correct answers. Now, let's proceed to the very discussion for today's video. Question is, what is literacy? Can you define it? Probably. You are right. Literacy, according to UNESCO 2006, literacy is the ability to read, write, and count. Meaning, if you can read, if you can write, and if you can count, meaning you are literate. Okay? But sir, how about if I can read but I don't comprehend? Then there is problem with your literacy, because the very concept of literacy, and when we talk about reading, you are capable of comprehending what you just read. Gets? Good. Now, other definition of literacy, according to WEF and UNESCO 2015, is that it is a set of skills that includes comprehension and message delivery. As we questioned a while ago, what if I read it but I don't comprehend? Is it literacy? I said no, because literacy requires you to comprehend what you just read. As it says here, according to WEF and UNESCO 2015, that literacy is a set of skills that includes comprehension and message delivery. All right, now let's proceed to another definition of literacy. Literacy also is a fundamental human right and foundation for lifelong learning. What does it mean? Why does UNESCO 2016 disclose or stated that literacy is the fundamental human right? Hmm. Yes, it is our fundamental right because our constitution and our government gives us the right to be educated. Can you still remember when you were still a little, when you tried to enroll yourself in an elementary or in a kinder? It says there, a child has the right for education to education, meaning the government is giving us that right, and that's our right to be literate. Because literacy, it's a lifelong skill that we would carry until we die. Gets? Good. Next. Literacy class is also a up for or ranked the fourth on the 17 Sustainable Development Goals during the UN 2015 summit. Ibig sabihin or meaning, this was one of the agenda of the discussion during the said event. Meaning, as well, this is a pressing issue that people must, uh, leaders, world leaders must address too. Because as you notice, there are so many people who are illiterate, they're incapable of reading, incapable of writing, and incapable of counting numbers. That's why you must be very lucky that you are capable of reading and writing and counting numbers. All right. And also, you should know that literacy is the duty of the state to compete, right, in the international arena. For us to be able to compete in international arena in our economy, there should be a literacy in a country. Imagine this class. What if majority of the Filipinos are incapable of understanding, of incapable of comprehending, if it's incapable of reading, writing, and counting? We are not capable of competing in an international arena. We will be poor for the rest of our lives. That is why it is the duty of our country or our state to educate its citizenry. Okay? Next, if you want to know more about literacy, I encourage you to watch this video, to click on the link, and then or to type the link and watch it on YouTube so that you would know more about literacy and how big is literacy as an issue in our society. All right? That's your assignment from me. Okay? Now, we also have functional literacy. what is really the function of literacy? You might be thinking, yeah, it is to read and write and to do counting numbers. Well, literacy also class or the functional literacy, it is the ability to put your skills into action. You know how to read, you know how to write, you know how to count numbers, but you don't know how to put it into action. What serves of your literacy then? Nothing. So the better way to make your literacy useful is to make it functional. And if we say functional, it is the ability to put your skills into action. Very good. Now, second, the functional literacy also refers to the capacity of a person engage in all activities. The capacity, stress this out, the capacity of a person to engage in all those activities in which literacy is required. If your teacher is asking, for example, me, I will be asking you to read, and you say, sir, I am capable of reading. I am literate enough. But when I ask you to read this, you are incapable of do so. Is there a functional literacy within you or in you? No. Because if you have this functional literacy, meaning you are capable of using it when you need it. For example, you come across a certain, or you go to an airport, and then there is an information in an airport, and then it says there that you need to go to the left for you to be able to go to your gate number 13. But you didn't read it because you don't want to. You know how to read, but you didn't use your literacy. Is there a functional literacy? No, because literacy can only be functional once you use it right. Okay, good. And another one, for the last one, functional literacy allows individual to continue to use reading, writing, and calculation for his or her own and the community's development. Meaning, not just for myself, not just for ourselves, not just for you and for me, but for the rest of the people around us. When we talk about functional literacy, we must create an impact to our society. Good. Now, let's talk about type of literacy or types of literacy. First, we have digital literacy. From the word itself, digital. Can you guess what it means? Yes, digital literacy class. The digital literacy, the present time in which many things are done by the computer. It is just like our era, digital age. The present time in which many things are done by the computer, just like what I'm doing. I'm using the computer to present the presentation and to make video for you to study, okay? For your own consumption, done by the computer, and large amount of information are available because of the computer technology. Good. That's digital literacy. The second one is media literacy. Now, what is media literacy? When we talk about media literacy, it is ability to access and analyze media messages, and as well as create, reflect, and take action using the power of information and communication to make a difference in the world. When we talk about media, we are using media class. Uh, we are trying to deliver message or to analyze message before we digest it. Is it true? Is it factual? When we try to report something, when we try to disseminate information, that's media. Now, when we try to disseminate information, is it useful for the public consumption? Now, if you have this media literacy, you have the ability to analyze the message. Is the message useful? For example, I will set an example. Uh, you heard about Maria is pregnant. Is it a newsworthy or is it a degrading issue? Well, if this would not serve the public good, then there's no reason for you to make announcement, okay? Just keep it to yourself. Probably you're just guessing it. Probably your information is wrong. Gets? Media literacy is the ability to access and analyze the media message. Now, when you hear also information coming from news reporters saying this and saying that, just for example, we have our very own founding president. They are trying to tell that he is a what we call uh, he's running away from the court or the justice or the law. No, they're trying to say that uh, he is an illegal person, he is a criminal. Well, we could not say that. If you are a media literate individual, you would not easily get that information. He is a criminal. No, he is not a criminal because he is not proven guilty. So if you are a media literate individual, you would easily say that's a fake news. Our founding president is not a criminal because he is not proven guilty by the court. Gets? Good. Now, we also have information literacy. When we talk about information literacy, it's a set of abilities requiring individuals to recognize when information is needed and have the ability to locate, evaluate, and use effectively the needed information. I will set an example. For example, you are conducting research. If you are that information literate individual, you could easily identify the kind of information you need for your research. Where you are going to go? You are going to Google Scholar to look for more informations, right? You will not go immediately to Google. You're not going to Bling. You're not going to search anywhere to any person. You are going to look for reliable information source. Go to Google Scholar for your references to be validated, meaning it comes from Google Scholar, meaning this information or these references are reliable and thus not reputable. Okay, now let's also stress it out. Okay, evaluate and use effectively the needed information. You know, class, there is what we call information overload. In our generation today, people are sending so many information in a Google in a Chrome. People are putting so many information over the internet, and sometimes they are not useful. No, sometimes they won't serve any good to you. Now, if you are that information literate individual, you could easily decipher, you could easily identify, this information is fake, this information is not reliable, this information is not useful for me. This is just a fake information. This one is reliable because I can see the sources. I can see the reliability of its sources. That's information literacy class. Okay? You get it? Good. Now let's proceed to another one, technology literacy. I believe that majority of you class are very technologically inclined. Just by using your mobile phone, you're technologically inclined. You have so many phones, right? How many phones do you have with you? Probably one student possesses two cell phones, right? We they or he or she might have iPhone and Android. That's technologically inclined already. Okay, once you know how to use it, but don't you know, technologically, technology literacy is actually not just about using the phone, but it's the ability to use, okay, its ability to use, comprehend, manage, analyze technology safely and effectively and responsibly. Now, I will give an example. I am using my laptop and I am trying to open a site. Let's say mm, Facebook, X, X ba yan ngayon? Yung Twitter, right? Or what we call TikTok. If I will be posting, I am very good in using those application mentioned, no? But what if I will be using it for uh or by degrading other people? Am I technologically literate? Yes, no. I am not technologically literate because the very purpose of technology is to help individual, is to help the community to become a better place to live in. But if I use technology to degrade, to undermine, to insult, to tarnish someone's reputation, then I am not technologically inclined. So make sure, class, to check your status. You might be one of those people who are not technologically literate. So make sure to be wise, to be literate enough in using technology. All right? Now let's proceed to another one, which is news literacy. News. There's so many things we heard about news today. All right? What is news literacy? Refers to the user's ability to discern. When we talk about discern, meaning we are capable of identifying the truthfulness or the realness of an information. Refers to the user's ability to discern the reliability of the source of information. Meaning, when we hear the information, uh, says that there was actually a report last week. There was actually a vlogger or a report saying that our former president, beloved former president Rodrigo Roa Duterte died already. If you are a news literate individual, would you believe it? No, you will not believe it because you didn't see the reliability of the source. And if you want to identify the reliability of the source of you, or you want to identify if that information is reliable, you would, right, you would search, right? So you would search the information concerning about the issue. The former president is dead already. Let me check on the internet. Let me check on the news inquiry, Manila Bulletin, or any information news, or SMNI, those networks, media outlets uh, that are capable of sending or distributing or disseminating true information or reliable information. And if this SMNI, just for example, do not present such information, then you could easily say that that information is not true. Meaning, if you did that kind of action, you are news literate individual. Good, class. Now, also, if you are a news literate individual, it includes the differentiating between facts and opinion. I just mentioned a while ago. If you're a news literate, you would say, this is just an opinion. This is a factual information. Gets? Gets. Now, let's proceed to another one. Visual literacy. What is visual literacy? Actually, visual literacy, it is a concept that relates to art and design, but it also has much wider application. Visual literacy is about language, communication, and interaction, just like making paintings, in the context of arts class. You see, people are making sculpture, there are artists making sculptures, they are trying to convey an information, a message. Now, if you are a visual literate individual, we are not all visual learners, but if you are a visual or gifted to visual literacy, then you could easily identify and decipher the meaning or the message of a certain art. Okay, you would look at the art and you would say, oh, this is abstract. Then what is that all about? Let me check. It's all about this and it's all about that. Meaning, if your 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 description or your definition or your your understanding towards a certain art is the same with the interpretation of the owner or the artist, then you are indeed a visual literate individual. Good. Let's proceed to another one, civic literacy. This is actually the last topic that we will be discussing, the last type of literacy. Civic literacy means having the knowledge and the skills you need to participate in making changes in your community. From the word itself, civic, okay? Meaning you're capable of dealing with other people, okay? Meaning people. having the knowledge and skills you need to participate in making change. Now, if you are not a civic literate individual, you would keep your idea to yourself. Okay? I have this brilliant idea on how to prevent um, flood in our community, how to fight against fire, how to fight against poverty. Yet you keep it to yourself, then you are not civic literate individual. That is why you, J. Marians, we encourage everyone. If you have an idea and if you have this brilliant idea that would help or significantly contribute to our society, to our institution, our own very Jose Maria College Foundation Incorporated, please feel free to share your idea because your knowledge, information, and your ideas matter for us. Okay? Now, also civic literacy class, it is important site because this civic literacy concerns also being cognizant. Okay, meaning when we talk about cognizant, you are capable of um, living among each other. Now, if you are a civic individual or civic literate individual, you are capable of communicating to somebody, even if that person is a stranger. You are capable of helping one another. You see that the person is having problem with this or that. Your classmate is having a problem with in understanding the concept of the discussion. You would approach him and you would say, "Hi, classmate. Hey, friend. Uh, did you find it difficult in this context? Can I help you about anything? You can tell me." Then you are a civic literate individual. It is very important, class, because we live not alone. As the old say, no man is an island. That is why we need one another. We need each other for us to thrive, for us to create a very good community, a very responsive community, a very productive community. That is why, J. Marians, if you are civic literate, I am proud of you. If you are going to become civic literate, I am also proud of you. Do not be afraid. Do not be scared to talk, to encourage. You might come across a person with a very big problem. For example, those people who are having anxiety attack, those classmates of yours who are having this depression, by approaching them, by talking to them, by tapping them, by letting them know that you are there, just by asking, "How are you today, my friend?" You are changing the life of that person. That makes you a civic literate individual. Gets? Good. Well, that ends our presentation for the lesson 1 to 2. I hope you get something for today, class. And for your assignment, all I want you to do is to study all the things that I've mentioned, or all the things we've discussed, so that during the face-to-face this afternoon, we will be having a short quiz. Bye for now, Jimorians, and see you later. God bless.